don't love that Jayson Tatum wasn't out there earning the DNP. I understand what Steve Kerr is doing, right? Like, all right, we sat him the first game against Serbia. You're going to sit him again. I just don't get the reasoning. And especially when Tatum has been so good in these sort of games, I do love that guys like Durant, LeBron, and Steph got you to the finish line of this game and preserved the chance to keep that gold medal hope alive. But I do feel for Tatum, like this is now 2 games. And unfortunately, fair or not, he's been the guy that has sort of sat out more than anybody else now, maybe Halliburton as well. But, I don't know. I just don't. I wanted to give Steve Kerr the benefit of the doubt. And then you get to this round, and it's just, to me, it's inexcusable to not have Jayson Tatum out there, especially when it's clear the rotation you had going didn't work, and now Embiid has some good moments down the stretch. But man, I was yearning for some Jayson Tatum in this game.
Yeah, you wondered, right? Because Steve Kerr made the excuse after they played Serbia going back a week or 2 ago, made the excuse that, he didn't fit into the rotations and the matchups playing against this team. So it felt like there were probably some people that bought that, even though I think a lot of us believe that Jayson Tatum can fit into just about any rotation, just about any matchup. I will say this, there have been times throughout these Olympics where it kind of feels like they don't know how to use him. And so I actually put that more on the coaching staff, and they decided not to play him today. Overall, though, and I thought Jayson Tatum, by the way, could have gotten on the floor over guys like Anthony Edwards, even Devin Booker at times today. Just to name a couple, he can play defense, he can rebound, and that's what they were lacking in moments. The NBA, though, should be concerned with, if you come out of this thing, you already had Jaylen Brown mad at the world, because he wasn't a part of the Olympics. Now you're going to have Jayson Tatum, who could be pissed off because he sat through 2 Olympic games and maybe the one that we're really going to remember most, this win over Serbia. So, yeah, it's going to be a team that's going to be plenty motivated come October.
Preach the Giles, like Tatum should be angry. And the first game I'm circling now, when that schedule comes out, is when they go to Golden State. It's usually in December. It's usually the first meeting between these 2 teams. And so not only do you have the 2022 finals still sort of lingering in the memory, but now you have Jayson Tatum looking over at Steve Kerr and thinking, man, why am I the one being made sort of to sit here and to be targeted? And it just doesn't seem right. Like, again, I wanted to give Steve Kerr the benefit of the doubt. When they sat on that first game, I said, okay, they're setting a tone here. They're going to say that, okay, Embiid's not playing game 2. If there's guys that just aren't producing, you can rest them now moving forward. But today was baffling to me. The only thing the only thing I can think of is that Kerr is sitting there saying, I sat him in that first game against Serbia to stay consistent with the message. I have to sit him here. But that's not how coaching works. Coaching works in being able to press the right buttons at the right time. It's the ability to lean in to your best players in a situation like today, when you're like, man, nothing's working. We got to figure out how to get this thing going and get a comeback. Again, all the credit in the world. Steve Kerr should be buying LeBron James and Kevin Durant the best steak dinner they can find in Paris tonight for saving him from what would have been a ruthless sort of the way we looked at this game and the way we scrutinized the coaching staff. And all that said, I'm still like, if I'm Jayson Tatum, I'm like, man, how is it that I am on the cover of NBA 2K, that I am an NBA champion, and I cannot get on the floor in a must-have game, in a game that the rotations clearly were not working. And yeah, they're just giving the Celtics a little bit more fuel and a little bit more motivation as they get ready to defend that title.